Hey Star Trek Fleet Command fans, I wanted to start this video off by saying I'm sorry. I reached out to 4 different Scopely employees to find out, hey, what is going to be the cost of the Monaveen blueprints in 3-star territory? And hey, how much chronometric particles are you going to get? And all of them, literally all of them said, I'm not sure. Let me get back to you. So that information is not covered in this video. But other good stuff is, so see you in a second.
Fancy intro music, yeah! Woohoo!
All right, so what I want to do in this video, go ahead and like and comment. Hopefully the beginning of this video gave you a little bit of an idea of what it's like to be me. And we're going to talk about territory as well as changes that have already happened this month due to feedback, and I will give a little bit of love and credit for some of those changes already. I do appreciate some of those changes, but we're going to start with territory and how the map has changed and how we have had some things added in at various points. Now, let me go ahead and say, I know we say this all the time. People are like, well, where is it, Rev? In my Discord, you're going to find the map that I'm about to show you. And let me go ahead and pop that map up right now. This is in my Discord. The reason that it looks so crazy here is I have a high definition version, make it easier for you to see. This was created by one of our other content creators, Blogspot. He does or NCC, he does a lot of this type of stuff and runs one of the only, managed blogs we have here for Star Trek Fleet Command. But this is in my Discord if you're curious as to where it'll be in our territory area. And of course, you can check out their content as well. But they sent me this so we can cover some of the different changes that have been made with this one. So we're going to do that right heckin' now. So how we're going to do this is we're going to start at the bottom and we're going to move it around so you can see where all of them are. So as you can see at the bottom with Brelin, you're going to notice a Monaveen has been added in. So check out your Monaveen right there, right next to my face. So in there, yep, there's Brelin. Here it is on the map. And then you come over here, we're gonna go over to our next 3-star territory. You're gonna see we have the chronometric particle service that has been added. And as we go across into more and more, you're gonna see, well, exactly what I'm saying, more and more. So coming on up to this next 3-star, you're gonna find again, Monaveen BPs. Let me zoom in a little bit more for you right there. Some pickle blueprints at Corva. And now we're going to come up to the top, round out to Makala. You're going to see another pickle. Come on straight down to Tholus. You're going to see the chronometric particles, and then head over west to Nehemiah and chronometric particles. So chronometric particles are going to go across the middle mostly. So right here, and then come straight down. You'll find a chronometric particle. Oh my gosh, I just blanked right there. So it goes here, and then over right there to Nehemiah. And as far as the pickle, you go Makala, then come down here to the other edge, and then over to the other edge. So kind of in your corners, you've got the Monaveen blueprints, and then kind of in the middle, you've got your new chronometric particles. Now, there are also other services that have been added. Remember, 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star services all stayed the same in terms of they did not take any away, but they did go and add a couple of new ones in that we've never had before. So that list is also something that we're going to kind of go over here in a second. But for the overall viewing of this, you want to take a look at this as a whole, you can do that in our Discord. Again, we did a high definition version. That way you can kind of peer around and look around it. And obviously this is a very large picture, so I don't want to put this all up. But in terms of what all these services are, you've got quite a bit of them. You see we got accuracy, weapons damage, armor, etc. here in our list. And all these things are something that you're going to look for as a alliance leader in terms of what's going to be best for my group and getting them the content that we need. Now, this is a list that's been put together by Jules, who is one of our main nerds here in our nerdy world. Again, all this is available on our Discord. And if you are curious, I can actually give it to you on Facebook. I hate making y'all have to go to different places to get something. So one of the issues I would say with this game is so much of this knowledge is not in the game itself. And I think, let me just real quickly take a moment to say, I think all the content creators do an amazing job. And I am not dogging any of us. I love what we do. But at the same time, as a player, I recognize that with so many of us content creators out there making information like this and putting this type of stuff out, whether it be a YouTube video, or if I make a spreadsheet, or usually I just make a graphic, or if, Jules and Blues make a spreadsheet or Blogspot, we need to have a repository in the game where players can get a lot of this information so they can see it for themselves, because this is a very useful master plan sheet, again, in the Discord, so that you can have the times and what things have been added and unique services and know everything and where it is at. And I would say the easier version of this is probably going to be your picture version. Again, so you can take this and see exactly where stuff's at and see the times of when those services are active. These are in PST, by the way. And this, let me see, did he include, he's got his watermark on it, but he didn't include the website itself, but I can put that down in the comments section of the video. So make sure you check on down there, but that's his logo. So shout out to his watermark. But anyway, in terms of what's been added, there are where the Monaveen blueprints are. Those are where the chronometric particles are. And sadly, I can't tell you how much you're going to be able to redeem them for. We'll find that out come this weekend when we actually have the 3-star run. So Saturday, as you can see on the top right of your screen, is when Makala, Corva, Nehemiah, Barasa, and Tholas all have their territory runs. So be paying attention to all those things. Make sure you go, because if you recall, there are events this month and heavy events this month based on territory. So the current one going on at the moment is, if you go into your battle pass run, it is called Trailblazer. You need to be in an active territory, take all your ships there, and just sit there. Now, the scoring mechanic only works when your ship either dies or leaves the territory. So while the territory is ongoing, right before it ends, if you haven't been blown up, leave to make sure all your points score. Every ship will count. So if you bring 5, 4, 6, 8, they will all score for this. So if in a 1-week period, your alliance is capturing territory or simply drops the flag, you will be able to score and complete this one. Again, it is relative to how you participate in terms of, like, you've got to get your ship out or have it destroyed for that point to activate. We learned that here in the first day. It's a little bit of a friendly reminder there if you're going through your territory battles. And at the moment, you can see we've got this one launching as me recording, and anybody that activates here for Brijac will be able to go after it. And I'm very curious to see what alliances choose to go for what territories. And do you have these high-level alliances trying to go for multiple 3-star territories so they can then get both the chronometric particle and the Monaveen? How are they going to roll it out? We'll just have to wait and see for each individual server, and these will last 3 months before they get reset again. So yeah, hopefully this is kind of the territory information that you're needing. I'm going to put this on the screen one more time. This is going to be our big map, so you can see where all these are at. And that way, if y'all don't end up using Discord or Facebook, you can at least see here with this video where everything is located. And as you can see with this, cheat sheet here on the left side, where the actual particles are. Bolians still have all the Surax, Breen still have all the Phantom particles, Suliban have all the Quantum, Trill have all the Surax, and then you're going to see Phantom and Quantum also for the Corvalin and the Tholians. So, reminder, Pickle, Monaveen. I'm so into calling it the Gilded Pickle. It's now become part of my terminology. Then you have the Chronometric. Then you have Pickle, Chronometric, Pickle, Chronometric. So, hopefully that gives you an idea of where everything is located. Last but not least, I want to cover one more thing with y'all, and that is a recent change, and I think it's a positive change based on feedback, to the 5-star Armadas. Now, before anybody says, hey, this is only for whales, whatever, it's not, because if you remember, a new ship has come out that allows you to have the warp range to do that in the 40s, and that is your Voyager. But there was a complaint that the starter chests were not valuable enough. I do want to say thank you to Scopely for listening to that feedback, because they have gone and boosted all of the starter chests. The 52 was only giving out 100,000. Now, starter chests giving out 650,000. So if you are a player that isn't a 5-star player, you don't have a 5-star ship, but you do have the ability to reach out there, say you're a player at my level. So we'll fade this out real quick. Let's take a look at my Voyager. So my Voyager has a warp range, pretty crazy for me, of 325, meaning I can reach a lot of these deep space armadas, which have all been added in way out here. I'll use Federation as an example. So you can see I went to this one in Versailles. The deepest I can reach, I believe, is a 55. Yeah, 55, I think, is the deepest I can reach out here. And that means that I can participate in a lot higher armadas by launching them. Now, what's the value in just launching them? The starter chest. This is where the value is. So if you have an alliance group that can win the armada, then you're not going to get a lot of rewards. Remember, the armada loot distribution is by the power of the ships, but the starter chest is unique to you launching the Armada. If you have uncommon directives, rare, etc., you can then use them to activate and launch to get more of those payouts, thus making it easier for you to take advantage of these new Armadas, and maybe, just maybe, if you are in range, pull the G5 chest, which you see I don't have. But still, those bigger numbers can help me when it comes to pulling these packs, because as I've said, I'm constantly pulling these because I need the rare tactical cores to level up my ACC. So I do appreciate Scopely listening to that feedback and increasing the amount the starter chests pay, because when they originally launched, they were paying out less than G4 starter chests. So those have been a couple different things that y'all are needing to know information-wise. I will post all this information into our mediums that we have. If y'all need anything else, feel free to contact me, and I'm more than happy to try to get to you. I know this video is showing a lot of information, but not necessarily, I would say I'm providing information, but because we're using a lot of these tools, like the map right here, and like the spreadsheet for, you know, kind of the master planning, this one right here, well, I can't really like just give y'all that in the video. I can show it to you, and you can see some of these things for yourself, but I am, as a player, struggling like y'all are, because all this is not in a central place in the game. It'd be really great if Scopely made a place in the game for all these tools and content creator videos that you could actually just go and say, hey, I need to know something. And I would back out of here maybe and hit this button up here and hit settings, or if I hit the help button, there's a tab of all that data for STFC.space and YouTube and DJ's podcast and spreadsheets. We could actually give that to the players in game. But anyway, maybe one day, because truthfully, I do want the players to be educated, to know what they need to know, and have everything they can to be effective players. Sorry for the length of this video, and again, sorry for not having all the answers I hope to have. I delayed this video by 4 hours waiting for answers I never got, but that is how it is sometimes. I will say this, I appreciate all of y'all. Live long and plunder. Stay safe for the Space Cowboys. Deuces, that's me. Let me know if you have any other questions down below, and I will catch y'all later and on stream. See ya.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.